The phone rang at 2 a.m. Not a mistake. Not a prank. Her voice was trembling, raw, cracking under fear too heavy for a child to carry. My tummy hurt so bad. Daddy did something terrible. It's blood everywhere. Please, hurry. Then silence. My hands froze around the receiver. The sound of her breathing had vanished. What lingered was emptiness. I dialed 911 with mechanical precision, my voice detached, calm, almost inhuman as I gave the address. My mind wasn't calm, though. Inside was a storm. When I reached their house, the front door was locked. I didn't wait for keys, explanations, or mercy. My shoulder hit the wood. It splintered. The smell hit first, metallic, heavy, blood. And what I saw in that living room would alter the way I looked at my neighbors forever. They were the perfect family, or so I thought. Cookouts, holidays, a man who laughed too loudly, a woman who smiled too brightly, and a little girl who clung to her father's hand with the devotion of the innocent. But innocence lies, or rather, it hides. That night, I found the girl curled on the kitchen floor, pale, shaking, clothes stained red. Her eyes locked onto mine, pleading, hollow. "Don't let him near me." Her words were a dagger. In the next room, he sat slumped in a chair, her father, his hands streaked with blood. Not frantic, not apologetic, just waiting. His eyes lifted to mine, empty, cold, as if daring me to step closer. My pulse thundered, my instinct screamed for violence. But my training, my discipline, whispered something else. Observe, remember, survive. This wasn't chaos, it was staged. And in that moment, a truth gnawed at the edge of my mind. This had been happening long before the call. The police arrived minutes later. They took him, silent, cuffed, unresisting. But silence hides rot. I started digging. Hospital records. She had accidents every few months, broken wrist, bruises, stomach issues dismissed as delicate health. No one asked further. No one wanted to. His job gave him power, influence, the kind that bends questions into silence. Her mother? Absent. Vacant smile. Medication bottles lined on shelves. She moved through life like a ghost, too numbed to protect anyone. I watched the footage from my own security camera. That night, before the call, he'd stepped outside, pacing, talking on the phone. Words carried by the wind, faint but clear. No one will believe her. She's just a kid. My stomach turned cold. I realized then I wasn't dealing with rage or loss of control. I was staring into the pit of something calculated. When the investigation report landed, it confirmed what my instincts had already whispered. Years. It had been years, not a single outburst, but a pattern. A cycle of manipulation, cruelty, and control hidden behind perfect lawns and weekend barbecues. And he had kept records, receipts, photos, messages, as if documenting his own sins gave him power. I sat in the courthouse when they laid it all bare. His mask cracked for the first time, but not in shame, only in fury that his walls had been breached. He searched the room for me. Our eyes locked. I didn't blink, didn't flinch, just let the weight of silence crush him. Because in silence, he saw it, I knew. And I would never let him bury it again. On sentencing day, the courtroom was packed. He still carried that faint arrogance, the belief that money or power could twist reality back in his favor. Then the judge read the sentence. Decades. No parole. He went pale. I leaned forward, just enough for him to see me. Calm, detached. Not rage, not triumph. Just a steady reminder. He was finished. As they dragged him out, his eyes burned with hatred. But hatred is powerless when you've lost everything. The girl was sitting 2 rows behind me. Small, fragile. She clutched a stuffed toy like it was life itself. I turned once, just enough for her to see me. I didn't smile. I only gave a slow nod, a promise he would never touch her again. Now, when I look across the street, the house sits dark, windows shuttered, silence heavier than before. I don't wave at neighbors anymore. I don't trade pleasantries, because I know how much can hide behind laughter and painted fences. The girl is safe, placed far from here. She'll grow, hopefully free of shadows, but shadows leave scars. As for him, he rots in a cage of his own making. And me, I carry the call. The voice of a 6-year-old at 2 a.m. That sound never leaves you. It sharpens you, hardens you. Because evil doesn't shout, it whispers. And when it whispers again, I'll be listening.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.